Hello everyone, my name is Caffeine the Gamer. Today I'm gonna talk about a review of a game and how I make remake stories. When you watch the video, you can understand how to think deeply about games. You will be able to enjoy even developing games. You can use this video for your entertainment, your story improvement, and constructive critique as you want. Because this is the call. Not Call of Duty, not Call of the Wild, not even Call of Nature. It's the call of story, call of game, the call of let's enjoy together. First, let's summarize the info. Llorona, a horror adventure game. Summary: The touch, atmospheric, investigative enough. That's good. Playability, investigate mostly. Story, read as memo, boring a bit but story rich. How horror, not strong but kind of deep. Visuals, good old type graphics. Generally, if like in investigation, cool like this too. This video is for constructive feedback, no offense, no malice. What I want to do here for you is review, reinforce, and rebuild. Please enjoy this and subscribe. Let's story. Review. The touch. This has mood and playability to investigate. Story seems not to branch, but you can expand plays to investigate eventually, so you could feel fun and satisfying. Fun to play overall. Playability. Actually, many horror games don't have great playability, because the core of the horror game is not playability but expression. About this game, the playability is to investigate. So if you like horror game or investigation, you could like this game itself. Story. In this game, story is mostly readable as memo. Reading so much memo is sometimes boring, but if you don't feel that stressful, it could turn story rich. How horror. The horror expression of this game is not strong, but intense a little bit. So if you don't like sudden loud sounds, you may not be able to be into this. This game has enough amount of text, so the horror expression even has mood. Why is Llorona here? Why is Llorona crying? The horror and the soul can coexist easily. Visuals. This game is kind of low graphics game. Of course, as you know, this is not looking down attack review. I like low graphics game if it's fun. In this game, the graphics are not problem at all. Generally, the hard parts of this game could be storytelling with text and investigative playability. Or some may feel stressful to scary expression, especially sudden sounds. I think it's good overall as indie game. Of course, it doesn't guarantee you must feel the same way. Reinforce. If I reinforce this game, storytelling with memo is always useful for indie games because of low cost. But so much memo sometimes makes me sigh. It's like tons of cabbage in front of you. I'm a meat lover, not cabbage chore. As you may know, I'm Japanese. I learned English by myself after graduating high school. I, as the kind of not well-educated English-using Japanese, feel how to read the cursive characters so much. I know it's more atmospheric, but can't help feeling exhausted at the same time. When reading it, I always should watch carefully R and S. Aren't they the same form? I never say Native English users must not use the cursive sentences at all. If devs think this game is only for people who can read the cursive sentences, that's the end. No more talk needed. Even if the cabbage chore tells me, "You should chow cabbages," I never obey it. This is not only for English games, but also for Japanese games. When being forced to read many texts, it's not even visual novel. I always think if I want to read stories, I read books. I'm not good at reading though. I felt that way even while playing Skyrim. The great amount of text means great immersion and reality. But this real world has too much immersion, reality, and unbearably too many amount of texts. Would you read all of the text in this world? Me? No, thank you. Finally, the one who decides is dev, not player. They always should think about what is important for the game and choose what system they should put in. When they decide, these systems are hard to put in because of the cost, so let's ignore people who need this. Players should obey. If I propose an alternative plan, it could be better to show normal sentences easy to read after picking the memo. For example, click memo, then pick up. Show the cursive sentences. After showing the cursive sentences, click again, then show plain text. And click again, then box disappeared. Like that. Rebuild. If I rebuild this game, there are always two options, big rebuilding and small rebuilding. In this game, I think we don't need big rebuilding because this game already has mood. If rebuilding widely, this game will not be Llorona anymore. So let's choose small one. What I'm gonna talk about today is, yes, storytelling with memo. Because it made me feel that is the biggest stress, at least for me. Well then, let's list the options. Storytelling with text or reading as visual information. Storytelling with voice or speaking as verbal information. Storytelling with picture or viewing as visual information. You know there are 5 senses: eyesight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. In games, what we can use are only eyesight and hearing for now, so we can only use these 2 for storytelling too. If we could choose without thinking cost, best mix all. We can say it's the way to develop games for big companies. For indie devs, sometimes there's even no voice actors. So storytelling with text is always first option for indie games. There could be a situation like we have several dev people but no actors. Some knows how embarrassing recording your voice is when you're not even an actor. I know how they feel because I'm recording my voice now. Yeah. And that's why I usually don't record my voice while playing the games. Storytelling with picture includes video or scene. For example, a scene that a man gets shot again and again with a sound means a moment that a man shockingly and tragically gets killed. Even if there's no words to express, visuals express it all sometimes. In the beginning of this game, Father Gazman shows himself and speaks with his voice. It means there is one voice actor and one character's graphic at least. I would use them efficiently. Creating something as indie is always vs costs. And creating materials first usually costs much, but after prepping it, using a game never costs greatly. And basically, storytelling and story making story are different. Yes, storytelling is telling story, not making. So storytelling is the way to tell your story you made. How would you tell stories in the next game? Or what kind of storytelling do you like? The answer is always in your head. It's just sunk on until you salvage it. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any kind of constructive critique or opinion, feel free to comment it and let me know. When you like this video, subscribe it. Let's meet in the next Let's Story.